Hi everyone, this is Cinema Screen HD. So today I'm going to talk about Predator 2, a movie released back in 1990 that falls under the action and sci-fi genres. It even managed to score a 6.3 rating on IMDb out of 10. Alright then, without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into the movie. So, right when the movie begins, we see a brutal shootout happening on a street in Los Angeles back in 1997 between the Los Angeles Police Department and a Colombian gang. This gang is attacking the police officers in a very violent way, and just then, Lieutenant Mike Harrigan arrives on the scene. He sees two injured officers lying on the ground, unable to escape the gang's attack. Without thinking twice, Mike drives his car straight toward the gang, using it as cover to shield the wounded officers. Thanks to that move, the other officers manage to rescue their injured teammates. Then, the gang members retreat into a nearby building where they have more weapons stored and get ready for another round of fighting. But suddenly, out of nowhere, an invisible creature, yes, the Predator, enters the building and starts killing them one by one. Meanwhile, Mike and the other officers enter the building searching for the gang. The gang's leader, El Scorpio, is completely terrified. Even though he tries to escape by shooting wildly, Mike chases him down and corners him. Just then, El Scorpio sees the shadow of the Predator and tries to shoot at it, but Mike, thinking El Scorpio is about to shoot him, fires first. El Scorpio ends up falling from the building and dies. Even though Mike catches a glimpse of the Predator's shadow, it suddenly disappears, so he doesn't pay much attention to it. Later, Mike, Leona, and Dany are shocked when they see the brutally murdered gang members, one of them even hung upside down 40 feet in the air, skinned alive. It's a horrifying sight. Soon after, Deputy Chief Phil Heineman arrives and talks to Mike. Once the conversation is over, Mike and his team return to their headquarters, where Captain Pilgrim informs Mike that from now on, he will be working under Special Agent Peter Keyes. Mike is assigned to observe the criminal activities of both the Colombian and Jamaican gangs operating along the West Coast. Then Peter Keyes shows up, and Mike, willing to follow orders, steps aside and leaves the scene. After that, Mike welcomes a new member to his team, Jerry Lambert. He gives Jerry a rundown on what he needs to do and how he's expected to behave. Later that night, in a luxury apartment, Colombian gang leader Ramon Vega is with his girlfriend when a group of Jamaican gangsters break in and capture them. They brutally kill Ramon right in front of her. But moments later, the Predator arrives on the scene. Using his weapons, he savagely kills every single one of the Jamaican gang members. A little while later, Mike and his team arrive at the location. Although they've been ordered not to enter the building, Mike ignores the command and leads his team inside. What they find is horrifying. Several skinned corpses hanging upside down. As they continue to investigate, they come across Ramon's girlfriend, who is absolutely terrified but somehow still alive. At that point, Dany shows Mike a weapon that's stuck in the air conditioning vent. Just then, Peter and his team enter the scene and firmly tell them, "This area is off limits. You can't be here." He forces Mike and his team to leave immediately. Outside, Mike tells Dany, "We need to find out what's really going on here. Let's meet right here tonight at exactly 1 a.m. With that, they head off. But Dany arrives earlier than Mike. He sneaks into the building alone and makes his way to the same room where the gang was slaughtered. The strange weapon is still stuck in the air vent. Dany climbs up to retrieve it and begins to inspect it. Suddenly, he hears a noise. Startled, Dany slips and falls from the vent. That's when the Predator grabs him, pulls him up, and brutally kills him. Moments later, Dany's necklace falls to the floor, followed by drops of his own blood dripping down onto it from above. After Dany's death, Phil and Pilgrim harshly criticize Mike for what happened. Feeling the weight of guilt over Dany's death, Mike confronts Peter and tells him, "Don't get in my way again. From now on, stay out of my path." Later on, Mike and his team examine Dany's body at the police forensic lab. They discover that Dany died instantly due to a massive blow to the chest. Mike then hands over the weapon Dany was holding to the doctor. After examining it, the team realizes it's not made from any material found on Earth. Right after that, Mike and Jerry leave the lab, but suddenly, some men connected to King Willie, the leader of the Jamaican gang, show up and take Mike to meet him. When Mike finally comes face to face with King Willie and asks who's behind these killings, Willie tells him, "The enemy we both share. He's not of this world. He came from the hell." Soon after Mike leaves, the Predator shows up, kills King Willie, takes only his head, cleans the skull, and adds it to a collection of skulls he's already gathered. The next morning, when Mike finds out about Willie's murder, he immediately calls Jerry and Leona, who are at the forensic lab. When the doctor answers, she tells Mike that, according to the higher authorities, details about Dany's autopsy are now classified. Hearing that, Mike tells Jerry, "Let's meet in exactly 1 hour at Vermont Station." So after that, Mike goes to the cemetery to pay his respects to Dany. But while he's there, he suddenly spots Dany's necklace hanging from a tree branch. That completely freaks him out. At that moment, Mike starts thinking, whoever killed Dany is now coming after him too. Meanwhile, Jerry and Leona are on their way to meet Mike, traveling by train. Suddenly, chaos breaks out when a gang member pulls a gun. And in the middle of that chaos, the Predator crashes through the roof of the train car and begins ruthlessly killing everyone armed inside. While all of that's happening, Jerry quickly gets Leona and the other passengers to move to the front of the train for safety. Jerry even shoots at the Predator's shadow, but it has no effect. So instead, he grabs a large knife and tries to fight back. At the same time, Leona activates the emergency brake, stopping the train. She helps the passengers off and then goes back inside to look for Jerry. What she sees next horrifies her. Jerry and a few others have been killed and are now hanging upside down from the train's roof by their legs. Then, just as the Predator is about to kill Leona, it uses its infrared vision and sees that she's pregnant. It pauses and spares her life. A little later, Mike arrives at the scene, frantically searching for Jerry and Leona. He finds Leona still alive, and that's when he learns she's pregnant. That's when it becomes clear. The Predator killed everyone except Leona because of her unborn child. Mike then hurries toward the train to find Jerry. As he gets closer, he spots a trail of blood leading away from the train. He follows it, and to his horror, sees the Predator ripping Jerry's head from his body. In shock, Mike yells out and chases after the Predator, but it vanishes. While still in pursuit, Mike notices the Predator's shadow and jumps into a nearby car, speeding off. But before he can get far, Peter's officers catch up, arrest him, and take him to a surveillance facility where they've been tracking the Predator. There, Peter meets with Mike and explains everything. He says they're dealing with an alien life form that uses highly advanced weaponry. Peter also reveals that a similar creature was encountered in the Latin American jungle 10 years ago. He explains that the only way to see the Predator is through infrared imaging, and that's why their team wears special heat-insulated suits to hide the Predator and hopefully capture it. After that, Peter and his team, dressed in their special suits, head out to capture the Predator, while Mike watches everything unfold from inside the facility. Even though Peter's team tries to capture the Predator very carefully, the Predator senses it. Realizing this, Mike quickly leaves the facility. Meanwhile, the Predator starts attacking Peter's team one by one, killing them all. Eventually, the Predator confronts Peter, and just then, Mike arrives and opens fire on the Predator, damaging some of its weapons. Even though the Predator attacks Mike, Mike manages to dodge and keeps shooting at it. Severely injured from the gunfire, the Predator falls unconscious to the ground. Mike approaches and removes the Predator's helmet. At that moment, the Predator regains consciousness and tries to attack Mike again, but Peter shows up and strikes the Predator with his weapon. However, the Predator uses one of its strange weapons and kills Peter. With no other choice, Mike runs up the building to escape, while the Predator chases right after him. Somehow, Mike reaches the top, hides, and waits for the right moment to strike. When the Predator suddenly attacks, Mike manages to evade and pushes the Predator off balance, causing both of them to fall down the side of the building. As they both cling to the building's side, the Predator activates a small nuclear bomb it's carrying. But just before it explodes, Mike quickly uses one of the Predator's own weapons to sever the Predator's hand, disabling the bomb. At the same time, the Predator falls off the building and crashes into the bathroom of a nearby apartment. So then, as Mike is coming down from the building, the Predator uses the things around in the restroom, along with its own medical kit, to treat its injuries. Right after that, Mike arrives at the same restroom. And even though the Predator has already patched itself up and left, Mike keeps chasing after it and ends up entering the hidden spot where the Predator's spaceship is stored. There, Mike sees something truly chilling, a collection of skulls from different life forms that the Predator has hunted. But before he can take it all in, the Predator attacks him. Mike fights back, trying to escape, but he's badly injured and collapses to the ground. As the Predator gets closer, ready to kill him, Mike suddenly grabs the disc-shaped weapon, then uses disc to finish Predator off. Just as the battle ends, several more Predators appear and surround Mike. But surprisingly, none of them attack him. Instead, they quietly collect the body of the fallen Predator. One of them, who seems to be the leader, steps forward and gives Mike an old pistol marked with the year 1715 before they all leave together. As the Predator ship prepares to take off, Mike runs away to escape. And finally, after surviving it all, Mike walks out of the tunnel and stands in the open. Just then, police vehicles arrive at the scene, bringing this incredible movie to a dramatic and powerful end. So, what do you think about today's story? Don't forget to leave a comment and give a like below. Also, if you haven't subscribed to our Cinema Screen HD YouTube channel yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon by selecting all to stay updated. That's it for today. We'll see you soon in the next video. Until then, have a great day, everyone.